Hello, I'm Arnes, and I'm just going to quickly fix my pop filter, and back in the wonderful world of Warframe. I don't know why I'm starting to do that. Maybe I probably shouldn't continue to do that. No event. It's nice. If that means you get 25 fusion cores of a certain rank, I think it might be silver, which is uncommon. It could be quite nice, unless they're completely unranked, at which point they're more or less worthless. Unfortunately, I can't do the whole take the thing from the build, from the foundry, that's what I was looking for, because I already started it and then I was interrupted and there was literally no way for me carrying on the video from that point, so I've already done most of the business, more or less. So the sexy beast is obviously pink, white, and black. Have you noticed my colour scheme yet? Because if you haven't, you may not be looking very hard. Yeah, this is the Daikyu, or the Daikyu, or the Daikyu, or the Daikyu. Can't be Daikyu, although that is more amusing to say. Has a V polarity, which is nice. You got, you shove on split chamber if you like, serration maybe. Got a bit of Thunderbolt. Everyone loves Thunderbolt. Although with the Daikyu, it could be a little difficult because, well, you'll soon get into it. Basically, I'm just happy to not have a D polarity or a Vizarin, but who the fuck calls it a Vizarin? I mean, come on. Right, so obviously it's a charge, it's a bow, focuses on puncture damage, critical hit chance 15%. So you could definitely pump this up to a crit chance machine, critical multiplier 2, or you can build it for stats chance. However,
well put together.
However,
get out there and cut down and make the Lotus proud.
You shut up. I was speaking. Or you can make it a status machine, whichever one you really want to go for. So that's just. Am I on solo? Okay, good. Because I was doing the event a day ago, I believe. And I got sick of doing it on my own. It's much faster with people. Generally, at least. Anyway, right. Let's actually get into the game and play and see what the bow is like. But if you've played any bow in Warframe, then you've probably got a general idea of how it's going to turn out. Just as long as it doesn't play like the Cernus, I'm okay. Not a particular fan of that one.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Okay, so I've seen the in-game model of this a couple of times.
Keep going.
I haven't done anything yet. Calm down, lady. Yeah, I've seen it. It astounds me how big it is. So obviously the Daikyu is a longbow. You may have guessed from the fact it's fucking long. I think it may be taller than Frost is. It is maybe could just skim a couple of inches possibly, which interesting for a weapon. It's basically the bow equivalent of the Galatine when it comes to size. So what we've got going on, and I can either do that or I can be down on the side like a gangster, because gangsters shoot it sideways for some reason. Whoever came up with that idea is probably a moron. Right, so the main issue with the Daikyu when compared to other bows is that you can't fire it instantly. If I left click, for instance, it will fire as soon as it's finished charging. If I hold it, it will hold the arrow, and once I let go, it will fire it. But there is literally no way of me scumming the system and getting 2 shots out. Not 2 shots out, 2 blah 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 blahs. What happened? Oh, hello. Yeah, you have to wait for the charge, which really does kind of suck. It means you're probably going to have to spend at least one of your mod slots pumping up the fire rate, because it is kind of slow. And just imagine missing with that. The amount of time that's going to take. Okay, game, you're being a bit framey. It has nothing to do with my PC. You're just being framey for no reason whatsoever. Thank you for sorting out the problem. Yeah, because look at this. If you miss with that, you're in some serious you've got some serious problem. Okay, you've got some serious problems going on. It's not going to be a good thing to miss. So you're going to want to be accurate for this one, or get multiple people at once. On the upside, it does some serious damage. If you want to piss off your shield, okay, I'm just going to slide, and then just, you know, slowly. Yeah, you see, you may have gathered the problem with the Daikyu so far. It's incredibly slow compared to other bows. Compared to other bows, it is incredibly slow. At least in terms of initial, you know, firing. With any other bow, you can literally just left click, fire, and be done with it, and life is happy and grand and amazing. With a Daikyu, you got a bit of weight and pull to it. So whether the Daikyu can be considered an improvement over any other bow is really down to your preference and probably the type of mission type you'll be doing. I mean, as fun as the weapon is, I'm telling you now, bows are incredibly fun in this game. They are super fun. But if you want a bow for, like, running and gunning type of deal, if you want to be fast, you want to be fluid, you're probably going to want something like the Dread or the Paris Prime. The Cernus is for shields, and, you know, that doesn't always come up in question, especially when you're facing Grenier. The Daikyu is more of a sniper type bow. And the only reason I say that is because you have to light up the shot and make it count. With any other bow, you can charge it, but the charge is 1, faster, and 2, you don't have to charge it. Just, if I miss one shot, I have to wait for that circle to slowly rotate again, which means I am 100% going to have to mod some extra fire rate into this, because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It is way too slow, basically. But I suppose that's the drawback with long... I made a pun. I'm ashamed. That was completely accidental as well. Okay, that was terrible. The main drawback with a bow is you draw back the string. No. The main drawback with longbows, I was going to say, is the fact that you have to, you know, aim and stuff. As, you know, with a longbow you would. Whereas short bows, you can kind of be a bit more fast, a bit more cheeky. So, the Daikyu, with its incredible power but slow speed, is kind of more on a type by type basis, I would have said. In survival, I can't see this being much of an asset unless you're with other players. If you're planning on doing something a bit more stealthy, then you have got yourself a date with death. Or at least your opponents do, anyway. And here was me hoping I'd get both of them. Such a shame. But yeah, as far as bows go, the damage is incredible. I cannot complain in the slightest. It's incredibly fun to use. The power and the rate the ragdolls fly is incredibly satisfying. As a weapon, it's incredibly fun. As an endgame weapon, it could be a little more difficult to justify, because I'm not sure how quickly you can fire off these shots with, like, a maxed out fire rate to the very brim. As good... And that's why I love those. Yeah, oh shit, that got double. I am very surprised at that. I couldn't be bothered to charge. Which is going to be a problem, as well, actually. But as I was actually saying, okay. If you... Oh, that is incredibly satisfying. Oh, you missed. Just gonna... Yeah, in terms of endgame, it's really going to differ on where you're going, to be honest, and what kind of type of mission you're doing. Or maybe a boss or something, where they are pretty much bullets... Oh, you walk straight into that arrow. If you've got a boss that has, like, bullet sponge up the arse, then this may put it down a peg or two. But if you're facing a boss that is literally, you know, annoying, like, who's the... I have no idea what the guy's name is. Basically, he has a flamethrower on his arm, and you don't actually do any damage to him until something happens. I don't really know. I don't analyze boss fight. I don't barely even fucking pay attention. I just wait for the boss to die. Shoot it until it's dead. If it shows a weak point, shoot it. If it doesn't, then you don't need one. Basically, get the job done. That's pretty much all I'm saying. But actually, back to the Daikyu. In terms of design, fucking great. In terms of ammo, you're going to be fine. You're going to be spending so much time aiming your shots that you're rarely going to miss one, to be honest. Unless you're just trying to sort of, you know, show off. Me standing still is not showing off. But 360, no scope, headshot. Just sign me up now, basically. Yeah, basically, if you're going to be stupid with a bow, then I'm sure you're going to run out of ammo a little bit faster. But if you're going to use it as it's intended, then you're going to be fine. As far as weapons go, the Daikyu is incredibly fun, as is almost any bow. I still don't enjoy using the Cernus. So leveling that is gonna be a bitch if I can ever be bothered. But as far as weapons go, the Daikyu is incredibly fun to use, incredibly satisfying to pin people to the wall. And the crit and status chance is pretty fucking nice, if I can't deny. Also, you know, getting 2 people in one, also incredibly satisfying. The Daikyu is an incredibly satisfying weapon to use when you get the hits off. It's slow, which is a shame, but the damage, the crit chance, the status chance,
Get to extraction.
it all points to a really good weapon, at least stats-wise, but the fire rate really holds it back. And I can see it holding back a lot of people when they'd rather just use the Dread and get those gorgeous red numbers and get them out thick and fast and just... Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I can... Oh, God.
Mission
That was...
complete.
Okay, that was
Excellent
weird.
work, Tenno.
Yeah. I don't see this replacing the Dread. I don't have a fully modded Dread, but I've seen fully modded Dreads in action, and they are fucking monsters. Incredibly fast, put on Thunderbolt, and you've got some serious crowd control and AoE shit going on in there. Crowd control and AoE is more or less the same thing. In a sense. Anyway, maybe the fuck knows. But, yeah. I don't see it replacing the Dread. But, as far as bows go, and weapons in general, it is incredibly fun to use. It's fun to pin people to the wall. It's got a nice polarity slot in it, which means you won't have to replace the god-awful depolarity, and, you know, it looks awesome, and it's massive. If you like massive weapons, add the Galatine. Trying to think of a giant sidearm. I can't really think of one right now. But yeah, the Daikyu, I would definitely recommend it. If you are at all a fan of bows in Warframe, definitely give the Daikyu a go. But I'm sure you already have. I mean, it's hard to not pay attention to a new bow in this game, or any new weapon at all, especially one that looks this fucking cool. Yeah, use the Daikyu. Just try it out. Kind of disappointed the arrows don't, you know, synergize well with, like, the rest of my color scheme.
Maintain
But, you know,
habitat.
you'll live.
Maintain the
You'll
operator.
live, unless you're, like, a
Mobilize the
perfectionist.
Tenno.
Or, you know, super anal with your colors, but, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I would say give the Daikyu a go. It's an incredibly fun weapon. It's pretty damn powerful from the get-go. And you're going to have a good time with it one way or another. But I can see some people being really bogged down by the pretty damn slow fire rate. So that's definitely going to need to be pumped up in one way or another. So I hope to see how much that can be improved over however long it takes me to get this weapon to 30. But for now, that ends my first impressions of the Daikyu. Yeah, definitely worth getting. Definitely worth giving a try, I think. So with that, I leave you with Frost punching the wall of his Lisette, the floor of his Lisette over and fucking over again. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, goodbye.